Goodbye, Imelda. Imelda is now just a low-pressure system, a messy, disorganized cluster of storms, no longer a tropical storm, no longer a hurricane. But we do have two new areas to watch for storm development. One that's attempting to come into the Gulf, another way out in the Atlantic. Where's Imelda? Well, Imelda, as I mentioned earlier, is just a cluster of disorganized, messy storms that are out in the middle of the Atlantic now, tracking off to the east. This is not really anything to write home about. We're not going to be focusing on Imelda too much. It's basically just a low pressure system that is most likely not going to organize into anything interesting. There's Imelda. So we've got a 980 pressure right there. Not too impressive, hey, not too bad. Moving to the northeast at about 29 miles an hour. It's moving really, really fast here. But why that this, it's got some strong winds too, 75 miles an hour. But why this storm is not classified as a tropical storm or a Category 1 hurricane anymore is because it's very disorganized. It doesn't have that clear circulation anymore. You can see that it's just a low pressure system, an area of disorganized storms. And I can already see, oh, there we go. My clicker is working again. I was clicking that button and nothing was happening. We're going to move on here. Let's take a look at this low pressure system. Where is Imelda going? It's going to continue up into the higher latitudes, continuing to be very disorganized. We're going to talk about two more areas of concern over the next few days. Now, it's a low chance right now. We're sitting at about a 20% chance for cyclone development, but I do want to show you the next areas of concern. Okay, so here's your first area of concern. Here's the coast of Africa right here. Then we've got the Atlantic Ocean, a very long way to go until we get closer to the U.S. But you can see this wide area that we have circled here in yellow for a low chance for tropical cyclone formation. Most likely not anytime soon, but maybe by next week we could see something in this area, basically signifying to us that hurricane season is not over yet. Now, if we extend that graphic just a little bit further, it's going to take you closer to the Gulf, right in the middle of Florida. Is that something we can? Yeah, perfect. Okay, Joey's helping us out here. Thank you, Joey. So we've got another area of disturbance. Now, what's happening with this right here is it's bringing a lot of rain to the southern and eastern side of Florida. That's bringing a lot of flooding issues in this area. That's what's happening right now. And it's a low chance to turn into some sort of tropical cyclone. The National Hurricane Center has identified a 10% chance for that to happen, but I think that the biggest issue here is going to be that flooding issue. So again, we said two areas to watch for over the next 5 to 6 days, most likely nothing happening in the next 2 days. So we get a break for a little bit, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on this as we head into the next week. Alrighty, moving on here, what did HailTrace say for your 2025 hurricane forecast? We haven't gotten it right quite yet. However, we still have about a month left of hurricane season, so we could still be right on the nose here. Our average hurricane season, we'll see about 14 named storms. HailTrace said this year about average, maybe a bit above average. We've already seen 2, maybe 3 major hurricanes this year. What did we see? We saw Aaron and we saw Humberto, both Cat 5s. Joey is confirming 2 major hurricanes so far this year. So we got that one right so far. And again, as I mentioned, we still have a month left of hurricane season. We are only at October 2nd right now. We have at least until November 1st to see the majority of our very, very active portion of the season. Alrighty, moving on. What will be our next named storm? We just saw Imelda, now not anything to worry about. It's a fish storm out in the middle of the Atlantic. We're at Jerry now, so Jerry will be our next named storm eventually.